For so many people, college starts out with this huge burst of excitement and just endless possibility. But what happens when that dream, when it starts to feel more like a pressure cooker? So let's dive into this. It's a really common challenge, and we're going to explore a pretty powerful solution.
So let me introduce you to someone. We'll call her Ava Thompson. She's this super bright first-generation student, right? Arrives on campus with just a world of ambition. But then, somewhere in the middle of her sophomore year, something shifts, and it shifts dramatically. That excitement she started with, it just completely turned into pure exhaustion.
So you gotta ask, right? How does that happen? How does college turn from this amazing dream into a full-blown crisis? Well, by her second year, Ava was just completely overwhelmed. That dream of getting a degree was starting to feel like this impossible weight. And here's the thing, it's a crisis that so many students are quietly facing right now.
And look, the pressure was coming from everywhere. It wasn't just one thing you could point to. It was this perfect storm, right? Demanding classes, a part-time job just to make ends meet, this really deep homesickness, and on top of all that, this mounting anxiety that felt like it came out of nowhere and was never going to end. Her grades, of course, started slipping. And maybe the worst part? On a campus with 20,000 people, she felt completely, utterly alone. I have to stress this. Ava's story isn't unique. It's painfully common.
Okay, so now we're at a pivotal moment. After this one particularly rough night, a friend gently suggests, hey, maybe you should check out the campus wellness center. Ava's hesitant, She walks in, really not expecting much. She was at her absolute breaking point, just hoping to find some way, anyway, to just survive the rest of the semester.
But what she found inside, it wasn't a quick fix. It wasn't that typical, fix it when it's broken model of support that so many campuses have. It wasn't just about getting a prescription or having one single counseling session. No, she discovered something way more comprehensive. She found a system.
And that's the core idea we're talking about today. It's called a holistic support system. So what is that? Well, think of it like this. It's an integrated network of services that addresses the whole student. It doesn't see a student as just a collection of isolated problems, a bad grade over here, some anxiety over there. No, it sees a whole person where everything is interconnected. So the university Ava went to had been really intentional about this. They deliberately built what they called a well-being ecosystem. And this whole system is structured around 6 core pillars, all working together to help students like Ava get back on their feet.
All right, so pillar number 1, mental and emotional health. And this was way more than just getting put on a 6-week waiting list for a therapist. Ava got immediate access to counseling. She joined group therapy sessions where, probably for the first time, she looked around and realized, wow, I'm not the only one feeling this way. And crucially, she learned actual practical tools like cognitive behavioral techniques to manage her anxiety in the moment. That gave her a sense of control back. Next up, pillar 2, physical well-being. Because the system gets it, right? Your mental and physical health are totally connected. So Ava started going to free yoga classes on campus, she joined some group runs, and this wasn't about trying to become some elite athlete. Not at all. It was about using movement and just good, healthy habits as a foundation for her recovery. Pillar 3 was academic and career integration. And this was a total game changer for her. See, instead of her classes just feeling like another source of stress, she had proactive advisors who helped her connect what she was learning to her actual future goals. And things like peer tutoring and study skills workshops, they helped her get that academic confidence back that she'd lost along the way.
Okay, pillar 4. This one tackled that deep, profound sense of loneliness she was feeling. It's all about social and community connections. Through things like peer mentoring programs and cultural affinity groups, Ava started to build real, genuine friendships. She finally found her people, And that feeling of belonging, man, that was incredibly powerful.
Then we have the 5th pillar, and this one addresses the stuff that people don't always talk about: financial and practical support. So many students are struggling silently with money worries. But here, workshops on budgeting and having access to emergency grants when things got tough, that removed a huge layer of stress that was poisoning everything else.
And finally, the 6th pillar, purpose and leadership development. Because once Ava started to feel more stable, the system didn't just stop there. It encouraged her to get involved. She joined a student organization, and eventually, she actually became a well-being ambassador herself. This gave her a whole new sense of meaning and purpose. So yeah, Ava's story is really powerful. But you might be thinking, is that just one nice story? An anecdote? Nope, not at all. There is solid research backing this up, explaining exactly why these integrated systems work so well.
And the impact is, well, it's huge. The research is pretty clear. Campuses that treat student well-being as this multidimensional thing see better outcomes across the board. We're talking higher retention rates, more students actually stay and graduate, they have better GPAs, and they build stronger resilience. It's a clear win-win for absolutely everyone involved.
Just look at Ava's journey. It shows you the whole transformation, from start to finish. She goes from total burnout and crisis in her sophomore year to finding the support system. By her junior year, she's not just surviving, she's a leader, helping other students. And today, she's thriving in a master's program. That proves it, right? This isn't just some short-term band-aid, it's a foundation for real long-term success.
So, what's the big takeaway here? The crucial point is that this requires a pretty fundamental shift in how universities think. It's about moving away from all these disconnected departments, these silos, and moving toward a truly integrated system.
And when you put them side by side, the contrast is it's stark. On one side, you've got the old model. It's reactive, it's fragmented. The mental health office is over here and career services is way over there, and they never talk. But on the other side, you have this holistic model. It's proactive, it's integrated, it's seamless. It actually anticipates what students might need instead of just waiting for a crisis to erupt.
And let's be really clear about something. This isn't just some nice-to-have feature or an extra expense. This is a strategic investment. Think about it. When students are thriving, the faculty gets to teach more engaged learners, and the entire institution benefits from better outcomes and just a stronger, healthier community overall.
Ava's own words really capture the whole point perfectly. She said the best thing her university gave her wasn't just a degree. It was the tools and the confidence to thrive in all areas of life. And that really leaves us with a final big question to think about. What is the true purpose of a university? Is it just a place to crank out degrees? Or should it be a place that prepares well-rounded, resilient human beings to go out and face the world? Based on everything we've seen with stories like Ava's, investing in the whole student might just be the most important work a university can possibly do.